Hey, this is Firebot, about to play Blazing Lazers for the TG16. It's one of my favorite shoot 'em ups of all time, and you'll probably see why in a second here. It's a lot of some great music, lots of it actually has phenomenal graphics for its time, and it still holds up pretty well for today. There's also it's also one of those games that you can pick up pretty quickly. It's very easy to learn, but it's very hard to master. It's one of those games that really has great gameplay that you can pick up, and it's very action paced. Okay, so one thing about the game though is it is underrated. It actually came out when the Genesis just came out also, and NES was still king on the. So basically, NES was still #1 at the time. Genesis came out. Meantime, TurboGrafx-16 was trying to get some type of foothold, but it never got. TurboGrafx-16 never got that popular though. So this game might have been missed out for some people here. So let's get started over here. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'll show the power-ups pretty quick. I'll show the power-ups. There's lots of power-ups here. That's a purple ball. Basically, it's a very small power-up. This is #1. #4 is kind of like a weapon, looks like a shield. #3 is a laser. Multi-body. There's #2. Wave. This is shield. Now I'll show you the shield, how it works. You're basically invincible while you're using that. But it runs out though. I'm gonna stick with #3 for now, just to build up my power here. So I can take hits like it doesn't matter right now. As long as I have the shield. If you notice, those purple balls powered up my weapon there. Now the F modifier changes your main weapon. It actually turned my laser into a homing laser right now, if you notice that. This is a homing missile. My body again. You notice as I'm picking up those alternate, those secondary weapon power-ups, on the bottom right, the #10, that's bombs. Now, for each one that you pick up, you get a bomb. Up to a maximum of 16, but there's a way to actually go further than that, actually. I kind of messed up there. I wanted to get #4, those two #4s there to power my weapon. But that's okay. It just means I won't be maxed out this quickly. And if you notice that I'm still gonna get hit right now. As long as I got the shield. I kind of wanted to show you this weapon when it was a bit more powerful though, but alright, this first mini boss. It's actually this weapon, when you have it with the F alternative weapon, it's actually pretty effective. You have your the shield, basically the balls acts as a shield. I call it the shield also because it pretty much acts like one here. Once you can get up to 4 balls around you, and it does block those shots that you see there. But I don't rely on it though. It's not 100% effective. And the worst thing that happens is you rely on it too much and you get hit when you thought that you were going to block it. So it's that weapon I don't use this combination much. I'll actually be switching over to 1 in a second here. If you notice, I picked up the homing missile. This is very slow right now, but notice it goes a little faster in the second when I picked up the second here. It's one thing that not that many people know is that the homing missiles actually does power up. Okay, so this is #2. Just showing it off a bit here. It's almost fully. It's close to being fully powered up. There's another step after this one. And there it is. Now the homing missile powers up 4 times, and it's actually on its 4th once it's powered up once you pick up 4 in a row, it's actually the missiles are very quick, and they're actually very useful. Now, and one thing about them is, right now you notice that I'm shooting 4. I mean, it's decent, not the best, you know. It's not, I mean, there's better weapons you can get right now if you want to. I'm going to use number 4 just to show you here. Fully powered up number 4. But watch as I take number 1. All of a sudden I'm actually shooting in all directions. So instead of 4 missiles, I get 8. So it's a big difference, and that's going to be the weapon I'll be using most of the game. Alright, first boss. He's actually extremely easy to kill if you kill him. But there is a secret to him, and I'll be showing you in a sec. I'm actually showing you right now. Basically, don't shoot him or don't destroy one of his parts. Trying to got hit there. Not a big deal. I lost some of my weapons there. It's not a big deal though. As long as I survive. Basically, the point is surviving this, and basically surviving all of his basically surviving him as he tries shooting me. Okay, I got hit again. Now, whoops. You want to shoot there? I'll switch over here. Basically, I'm very close to. Basically, I can't take another hit anymore. So I'll be careful here. I'll still be okay though. Watch the bottom right of the screen though, in a second. And watch the bottom right. Ooh, I almost got hit there. Look at that. Not too shabby. 10 extra lives and 20 extra bombs. And that basically raises your max too. So you can get up to 36 now if you wanted to. Alright, so that's stage 1. I lost my weapons though. I lost my main weapon. But again, one of the good things about the homing missiles is I get to keep the secondary weapon. And I mean, it's almost like I don't even care about the number 1 anyways. It's all about the homing missiles anyways. I don't make my damage off my little gun. I make damage off the homing missiles. Stage 2 is pretty long. It's a very easy stage again. The game doesn't get really tough until like stage 5, but it's one of those games that is you'll notice the difficulty raise up pretty quickly. The bosses are very easy though. That's one thing about the game. The bosses stay pretty easy throughout the game. Even the final boss is extremely easy. You can do it without any power-ups if you wanted to. And we'll probably see, depending on how I do, you may see me do it either fully powered up or with with no weapons. Either way, we'll see. I'm trying to make this. I'm trying to do this with as little life loss as possible. If I can make it without any life loss, that'd be great. But it's very hard to do because one thing, even when if you notice that I took a couple of hits on the first boss, which was fine. I was able to take 2 hits there. But if one of those shots were, if one of those shots were in the middle, like right in the middle of my ship, it's basically 1 hit, 1 kill. Another thing I'll talk to you about is if you notice on the bottom right, the screen is showing where I'm seeing the life. You'll see that you may not have noticed it because I didn't mention it, but originally that was silver. Now this gold, what happened is those flashing, basically I took one of those flashing balls at the beginning of the game, on stage 1, and that turns it into a gold color. What that does, normally the game when you die, you get back to either a checkpoint or start a stage, which is a big pain in the ass if you actually have, if you've gone through in the game, very far in the game, and then, I mean, you get like sometimes you may get into a checkpoint and you got no weapons, and you got to redo a place like that's almost impossible without any power-ups. So you're better off being game over sometimes. But now the one thing about the that gold thing there is that you can, as long as you have a couple, you're basically able to continue on where you started, which is very good, especially when you're on a boss fight. You can keep on trucking,